We're going to begin our circles unit. So we're going to look at a lot of different parts of circles and then figure out how to put it all together and what we can do with it. First thing is naming a circle. So if we zoom into our first section here, we always have the center of the circle and it usually has some letter. So let's say the letter is C. So then the name of the circle would be C. So we'll just label that as the center, point C. So then we would call this circle C, or a little circle with a dot in it. C. That's an abbreviated way of saying circle C. Circle, in case you missed the early days of kindergarten, would be a shape that is perfectly round. It has the same distance from the center in every single direction. You want to get technical there. We're going to go to a chord. Now a chord is a line segment that cuts across the circle. Line segment touches circle. So we'll say it's a line segment inside the circle, get more specific there, and it touches circle edge, or the outside. So it touches the edges of the circle. It stops at the edge of the circle there. A diameter is just like a chord, except it goes through the middle. So it's a line segment, and we can say that goes through the center of the circle and goes to both edges, both ends. So it's a line segment that goes through the center and goes through both ends. The radius is a half of the diameter. So radius is half the diameter. And let's go back to diameter and let's call that D. Radius we call R. So in our formulas, when we see D or R, we're referring to the diameter or the radius. And it goes from center to the edge. So center to the edge. A tangent line. A tangent line is a line that goes on the outside and touches at exactly one point. So line outside circle. Touches at exactly one point. We say exactly because it doesn't touch at 2 points, it doesn't touch at 0, it always touches at exactly 1 point. And that gives it some cool properties. We'll talk more about this later on, but quick preview. If you draw in a radius here, it will always form a right angle with the radius. So if that's our radius and that's our tangent line, those two will always form a right angle, which is pretty neat. Next one is the circumference. The circumference is the distance all the way around the circle. So it is a distance around outside of circle. And that is usually abbreviated with a C. So in a formula you'll see C listed as the circumference. The area is usually going to refer to just the square units inside. So I might just say square units, squared units inside circle. An area can refer to the squared units in any type of shape, not just circles, but in our case we're going to talk about the area of a circle. And the formula that we'll see for that is going to be pi times radius squared. Pi times radius squared. The formula for the circumference, jumping back up to circumference again, is going to be that the circumference is equal to pi times diameter. Pi times diameter. Also, you could say 2 times pi times the radius, since the diameter is 2 times pi. So we'll just write that here just so we have it. 2 times radius times pi would be another way of writing the formula. Moving on down to the next group here.